Welcome! As a PMP authorized training partner instructor, I'm excited to guide you through the PMBOK Guide 7th edition and its new approach to project management. For many years, the PMBOK Guide was a very structured document organized around 49 processes, 10 knowledge areas, and 5 process groups. You might remember the focus on ITTOs, inputs, tools, techniques, and outputs, which are often difficult to apply in the real world. But the 7th edition marks a big shift. Instead of focusing on rigid processes, it now emphasizes principles and performance domains. This change was made because PMI recognized that project management today isn't about following a rigid checklist. It's about delivering outcomes in a world that is complex, adaptive, and rapidly changing. The new guide provides the flexibility to apply principles across different industries and methodologies. It supports both predictive, or waterfall, and adaptive, like Agile approaches. This new edition acknowledges that stakeholders expect faster results, and that traditional methods alone are often not enough. It helps us think with a principle-based, outcome-focused mindset. Now, the PMP Guide, or PMBOK Guide, has a new structure. Previous editions were organized around 49 processes, 10 knowledge areas, and 5 process groups, with a heavy focus on ITTOs, inputs, tools, techniques, outputs. This approach was often difficult to apply in real-world scenarios. But the 7th edition marks a significant shift. It now emphasizes principles and performance domains instead of rigid processes. This new approach provides flexibility for all industries and methodologies and supports both predictive waterfall and adaptive agile approaches. PMI made this change because project management today is not just about following a rigid process. It's about delivering outcomes in a world that is uncertain and rapidly changing. The new guide equips project managers with a more principle-based, outcome-focused mindset. The journey to PMP certification is a structured one, and a thorough understanding of the application process and the new PMBOK guide is key to your success. The 12 Guiding Principles. In place of the old rigid structure, the 7th edition introduces 12 guiding principles that represent the fundamental truths of project management. Think of these principles as a compass for project managers. They don't tell you exactly how to do something. Instead, they guide your decisions in the context of your specific project. For example, a principle like focus on value reminds us to constantly ask, are we delivering outcomes that truly matter to our stakeholders? Another one, embrace adaptability and resilience, acknowledges that in today's world, we need to be flexible and ready for change. These principles help us move beyond being a process follower to becoming a true strategic project leader. By embracing these principles, you can tailor your practices to fit your organization's culture and needs, all while staying aligned with global standards. The 8 performance domains. While the principles guide our behavior, the 8 performance domains provide the practical areas of focus for our work. These domains are not a rigid sequence of steps. They are interactive focus areas that you will engage with throughout your project. The stakeholder domain emphasizes the need to engage effectively with all stakeholders to maintain trust and alignment. The planning domain reminds us that planning is an ongoing process that adapts as the project evolves, rather than a one-time activity. The uncertainty domain recognizes that risk isn't just something to be avoided, it's something to be managed and even leveraged as a potential opportunity. These domains, including team, project work, delivery, development approach, and measurement, all work together to help project managers deliver value-based outcomes rather than just outputs. Key innovations. The 7th edition introduces several key innovations that are highly relevant for experienced project managers. The concept of tailoring is a huge one. It means adjusting project management practices to fit your project's unique context based on its complexity, risk level, or organizational culture. For example, a construction project might need a more predictive approach, while a software project can benefit more from agile practices. The value delivery system shifts our focus from simply delivering outputs to delivering value. We now see projects as part of a bigger system where portfolios and programs work together to achieve the organization's strategic goals. A project isn't successful just because it's delivered on time. It's successful when it creates real business value. Finally, the guide provides a flexible, practical toolkit of models, methods, and artifacts. This means you can combine traditional tools like a work breakdown structure with agile tools like a Kanban board, ensuring your practices are always aligned with your project's needs, the exam, and your career. For those of you preparing for the PMP exam, the exam content outline (ECO) is still the basis for the test, focusing on the people, process, and business environment domains. However, the principles and performance domains of the 7th edition provide the foundation for understanding these areas and how to apply them in a real-world context. The exam will test your ability to use application, judgment, and leadership thinking to solve situational questions, not just your memorization skills. The beauty of the 7th edition is that it validates what many of you have already been practicing intuitively. It bridges the gap between traditional methods and agile approaches, making it easier for you to mentor your teams and communicate with executives in terms of value and outcomes, not just schedules and budgets. This guide provides a structured framework that captures these real world practices and helps you become a true strategic project leader.